Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the workbook to practice your calligraphy letters. You'll notice that the workbook pages are separated into small letters, big letters, so minuscule, as we call them in calligraphy, majuscule, and then there's opportunities to trace and practice, and then try some variations of your own down the bottom where you can really get creative and start to work on your own style. You'll notice that each of the letter forms at the beginning, or each of the letters at the beginning, is broken into the different shapes. Do you notice how these all come from the basic strokes that we practiced? That's why you got to get good at those first. So each letter has a number of different shapes to it. And the thing about calligraphy, it's a little bit different from writing with a ballpoint pen or pencil, because what we want to do is between each stroke is we actually want to stop, lift our pen, re-dip in the ink if we need, and then go back. So remember how I keep talking about how calligraphy is a slow practice? This is exactly what it's all about. We're going to get started with the G's here, and I'm going to walk you through how we're going to create them, and then you can get started or continue working with tracing and then practicing on your own. So first thing I'm going to do, dip my nib in some water and then in the ink to cover the eye of that nib, shake off any excess, and get myself into position. It does seem a little bit strange, but one of the things you want to do is really make sure that your body is straight on to the table that you're working with, and you'll notice that I angle my paper when I work. That's just a comfort thing. You probably don't want to go straight on, but you can play around with the angle of your paper so that you feel really comfortable. You don't want to be contorting yourself into any weird positions so that you're uncomfortable when you write. This is all about being comfortable and being mindful. So let's get back to the calligraphy. So the first part you'll notice of the G is that we have a nice circle as the starting point, or an oval shape, pardon me, as the starting point. So I'm going to go to my first G here, and I'm going to write my first oval shape. There we go, nice and light. Then the second part of the G, I'm going to go with a nice heavy downstroke, back up and around. So remember that, 2 different strokes. So we'll do that again. So we're going to start with the oval shape, so a nice, easy start. Take a break, lift your pen off the paper, re-dip if you need it. And then the second stroke is a heavy downstroke, lots of pressure, and on the way back up. You'll notice that I do tend to, when there's lines crossing each other, I do tend to lift my pen up and then rejoin on the other side. That just keeps the ink from blotting between the 2 different strokes. So practice with those, practice doing all your different G's, practice tracing them. Tracing may seem a little bit silly to get started, but it's a really great way to get your pen in your hand and your eye used to doing the calligraphy shapes. The second part is the majuscule, or the capital letters. Now these are really fun, and this is where you can really go all out. I've done some of my basic style calligraphy here, but when you get down the bottom, feel free to have a go and really create your own style. The fun thing about this is that you can really work from your shoulder and you can really get some nice shapes. So we're going to do this G here, and what you'll notice is the G is all about, and calligraphy really is all about ovals. It's really hard to get circles here. You really want to create this lovely oval shape. So we're going to start with this nice flourished G, nice and light, going around, nice heavy stroke on the way back down, almost like an O shape or an oval shape. Lift the pen, and then heavy downstroke, just like we did in the lowercase g, and back around. You don't have to make it this fancy if you don't want to. If you want to do something really simple and do almost like half an oval and then a downstroke, you can do that too. So I'll do that on this one. Have fun with these. Remember, it's not going to look perfect right away, but tracing and working your way down through the different examples is really going to help you establish what you like the look of, what feels good, and really get those letter forms looking great.